Today is another day when we learn, unlearn, and relearn with me, the one and only Coach Comfort, the growth guru. So if you are the kind of person that wants to grow professionally, spiritually, and personally, I am your go-to person. I do this through mentorship, through coaching, through training. Yeah. If you want strategies to see that your business thrives, to see that your company is better than it is right now, if you want your employees to be more productive than they are right now, if you as an individual need more clarity in your planning, in your strategies, I am more than ready to do that with you. I am more than ready to walk beside you. All you have to do is give me a thumbs up on any of my social media platforms, inbox, yeah? Go to the inbox and let me know how I can be of help, and I'll gladly do that for you. Before I start today's session, I just want to thank you for the support that you rendered to Hope Channel thus far. But I also call you to offer us more and more support. Today, I want to talk about you promoting Hope Channel, yeah? We thank you that you watch Hope Channel. We thank you that you give towards Hope Channel. But we also want to encourage you to tell other people about Hope Channel. Let us build a bigger community that supports Hope Channel, that believes in Hope Channel. I believe you watching Hope Channel is because you believe in the work that Hope Channel does. You see the value that Hope Channel offers to the community, which is why you're here. So I want to ask, why is it that you're not telling other people about Hope Channel? Why is it that you do not tell other people about Inspired by Comfort for them to be inspired as well? Why do you want to grow alone? So I call you this morning to join me. Let's join efforts. Let's join forces to see that the Hope Channel is indeed that Hope Channel is indeed the TV station that is going to build the bridges of hope amongst the communities, maybe where you live, where I live as well, yeah? So today, I want to talk about the dreaming, yeah? Dreaming. When I talk about dreaming, I'm not talking about when you're sleeping and then something happens. No, I'm talking about you being in your sound senses. Maybe you're seated and you're thinking, what do I want to be? Where do I see myself? Remember, while we were in primary, they used to ask us, what is your dream? What do you want to become? And then we'll say teachers, engineers, doctors, lawyers, because those were the professions that we knew back then. But right now, we have content creators as a profession. We have digital marketers as a profession, yeah? We are no longer... it's no longer those professions that we knew back then. I don't want to give them the term that I was about to say, but now we have more professions that have come on board. So I want to ask you, what is your dream? What is your dream? I'm not asking what was your dream. What is your dream right now? If you have a dream, if you don't have a dream, I want to dare you to dream. Dare to dream. You see, it's from us having dreams that we're able to impact our lives and societies that we live in. It is from you having a dream that you're able to be the better version of yourself, that you're able to give the glory to God. Because it is out of your dreams that you'll be able to influence people. We've had people that have dreamt. You know, someone once upon a time dreamt about Hope Channel. But right now, where is Hope Channel? Hope Channel is touching lives in so many places. At one time, someone dreamt about Prime Radio. Right now, where is Prime Radio? Thousands have been baptized as a result of Prime Radio. Someone once, dreamt about Adventist World Radio, bringing all radio stations together. How many radio stations do we have in the world? And what impact are we making? Even where you're working right now, someone once upon a time got a dream to start that company, to start that organization. Someone once upon a time dreamt of these clothes that we wear. It all starts from a dream, an idea that comes into a dream, and then you pursue it. So today I want to inspire you to dream. Dare to dream. Your dream might be scary. It might be small to you, but whatever start by dreaming. You can start by dreaming small, and then before you know it, you will dream bigger. I remember, as a child, I used to love reading. I used to love writing. And I think in my senior 6 vacation, I dreamt of authoring a book. So in my first year at campus, I started putting down, like I used to write plays, dramas, films, yeah, because I did, I have a short course in documentary filmmaking. So while I was at Kampala Film School, we got the opportunity, yeah, to learn more about film and all that. So for me, I was more into writing, production, and then directing. So from then, my dream of authoring a book, of writing a book, even became more, bigger. It became more clear for me. When I turned 23, I wrote my first book. Actually, it's a book that I started writing when I was 21. But by 23 is when I was like, you know what? I made up my mind and sat and wrote and completed the book in, I think, 2 weeks. And I launched it on my birthday. Now, writing that book was the game changer for me. Writing that book was what really pointed me to real personal growth. Writing that book brought a lot of opportunities for me. I got to fly out of the country to go for speaking engagements. Now, you go out of the country to speak. These people sponsor your air ticket. These very people sponsor where you're going to sleep. And on top of that, they are paying you. Remember, I was just 23. But because I dared to dream, and my dream came to reality, people saw in me what I didn't see in myself. The truth is, I got people older than me that needed counsel, that needed guidance from me. And I didn't understand. It didn't make sense to me. Back then, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anyone that I could sit with that would guide me in the right direction. Apart from, of course, the counsel that I used to get from home. And the counsel that you get at home is the basic. Telling you how you're supposed to behave, telling you what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. But when it comes to career guidance, when it comes to, your growth as an individual, families do not offer that. So at times I sit and say, if only I had the knowledge that I have right now, if only I had the support system that I have right now back then, I would be very, very far. But then it's not something that I dwell on so much, because everything happens for the good of those that love the Lord. I believe the Lord accepted whatever that happened in my past to happen for a reason. So now you can imagine at 23, you're called to go and speak to groups of people. You're called to go and speak to your peers. You're called to go and inspire people. And it never really made sense to me. So 23, because I dared to dream to write a book, many people looked up to me. People saw in me what I couldn't see in myself. They called me through. I went and, every time I was called, come and speak, I would go and speak. To me, it was just the obvious. 24, that something happened. It was until I think I made 26 that I was like, okay, now I think I need to get more intentional about this journey that I am walking. People used to call me a motivational speaker, but I didn't understand why someone would call me a motivational speaker. Yeah, people would call me to go and train groups, to conduct capacity building. All those never really made sense to me, because to me, I only dared to dream. But what am I saying right now? Dare to dream. You see that dream that you're putting on hold, that dream that is carrying you to start, maybe that is your stepping stone. Maybe that is where your breaking point is. So I am challenging you today, dare to dream. Start small, start big. Wherever you're starting, start somewhere. Just dare to dream. And don't stop at daring to dream. Make sure that you put your dream into practice. As I speak right now, I have authored 2 books. My recent, my recent book was in 2021. But while I was writing my 2021 book, I was older, I was wiser. I had a better picture of what I wanted. It was very clear to me. So while I wrote, I looked back at what I wrote in 2020, what I wrote when I was 23, and it didn't make sense to me. I was like, okay, so imagine I wrote all these things when I was 21 to 23. People that read felt there was actually enough to share. There was wisdom to share in that book. But right now, as I sit down, I'm actually working on the revised edition. So I'm going to have a revised edition of The Ideal Lady. Yeah, The Ideal Lady, I'm having a revised edition. I'm no longer circulating the original edition, because I feel there are certain things that I shared right back then that do not make sense to me anymore. Yeah, so I don't want to share with someone something that doesn't make sense to me. So what I'm saying is, dare to dream. Just start anywhere, start somewhere, and eventually you'll see the beauty. Eventually you'll see the opportunities that will come to you. You'll see the growth that will happen. Now, one thing that I know about growth is you are not going to grow in isolation. You are not going to grow by merely thinking and pulling yourself back, but you're going to grow with every step that you take. Each step that you take, things are going to be more clear and you're going to be in a better place. Let us meet again tomorrow. My name is Comfort, and I wish you a lovely, lovely time. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for loving Hope Channel. Thank you for following Hope Channel. This is Inspired by Comfort.